Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's time again for another Pocket Dump Deconstruction. It's Wednesday, November 21st, 2018, Thanksgiving Eve. And I hope all of you enjoy your Thanksgiving. I really do. And I know this could be a tough season for people, whether you're away from loved ones, working, or whatever, or just find yourself in a situation when everyone else, especially in November, December, through New Year's, everybody, if they're not jolly, they're at least pretending to be. And all the commercials, So if you're in that stage, stay with me. I'm going to be doing these all through the holidays. All right. And I'm saying that out loud so I don't skip them, because I almost skipped today. It's hump day, but it's a short week. Are you guys like me? When there's a short week, man, it feels like the longest week ever. 3 days this work week. It felt like it went on for a year. So let's talk about what I'm going to carry today. This is my Apple Watch. I have two of them. I have one that I got when they first released, and then this is the second one. I don't have the fancy third one. But I like it, especially when I want to count down the time before I can get out of there, you know. With that watch, I can check how many of you are watching the video. I can check your comments when I'm trying to get through the day. This is going to feel like a long day today. But anyway, that's my Apple Watch. I really like it. Hold on. Oh man, this is so nice. It's been in my humidor for a while. I have several of every cigar you watch me have. I have at least 5 or so. And that's how I start stock. I make sure I get them stocked. This one's been in the humidor a while. It smells so great. Cuban cigar, St. Cristobal. Hopefully during the holidays I can do some special videos as well over the weekend and stuff. I still have the cigar. I can't stop sniffing this thing. I'm going to be sniffing this all day at work. It's the St. Cristobal. It's my Shown Design pen. I know sometimes I call it copper, sometimes I call it bronze. It's a copper pen. I just have to look it up. I don't know why. You know, I do these right before I go off to work, late every day. And so sometimes I'm drifting or trying to get to work and screw up. You guys know I screw up a lot. Thank you all in your comments. You help out this so much with your comments correcting me. I really appreciate that. I do. Especially, just do it respectful like I would do with you guys. And all of you do. You've been so helpful correcting my mistakes. I really appreciate it. I don't know if you guys notice, if you've been with me for a while, I've really been on the comments and stuff, and the feedback's a lot better than I have in the past. Keep the comments coming. That's one of my thin Mont Blanc wallets. The coin today is a 2018 breast cancer awareness coin, America Breast Cancer Awareness coin from the U.S. Mint. You know, the Mint, a lot of times they do these coins representing like breast awareness, etc. Congress has to vote in all the coinage that'll be done. Then there's a process of figuring out what goes on it. But you'll see, like, there's a Smithsonian, I'll show it to you, a Smithsonian coin from 20 years ago or whatever. Whenever you see these coins, a lot of times, like that one, they will get a percentage of the sales of the coin. So that's for breast cancer awareness. To me, it's for cancer awareness, because I'll tell you, man, That is an evil disease. It's unbelievable with everything that we know, all of the technology, all of the money and everything, that a disease like that still affects so many. Uh, I know. I don't want to go to work. That's why I'm talking all off the. I had a number. Here's my notepad from Smith and Son, a British company. Uh, Knock wood. My apartment is so cluttered and everything because I keep a lot of stuff. I am so happy that when again, over 25 years ago, when I was real good at consulting, and I had money coming in, how I would buy not just one pad, but boxes of them. So on my bookshelves, I have so much that now that I'm not spending all that money and I'm not making as much, I still have all this new stuff. I love it. I'm glad I did that. Um, someone someone asked in the comments, and it's funny. No matter what you ask, it's just how you ask it. And, it's a difference between asking just to be rude or asking. I laugh at some of the comments. Someone, said, how you make all your money? So let's put this to bed. First of all, you notice I've never said where I work or where I live because that's a personal business thing. I make sure that I separate my job from this online stuff for several reasons. First, it's none of your business. But also, with social media, there's a lot of rules in the workplace. There really are. And what I don't want is someone to stumble on these videos and try to make a case at my work that I defame them or embarrass them or whatever. So right now, you don't know where I work. And so I can say, I'm going late, and there's no specifics to it. People are really gun shy, and businesses are, about social media. Of course, I can do my own. This is personal. Here's the third reason. I do this to get away from work and stuff. So I'm not bringing work into play. If I did, I would stop this now. I wouldn't have been doing it for 2 years or do it every day. This is my escape. As far as making money, I am 59 years old. Most of you guys are not that old. I have worked I've gone to school. I've traveled a lot from work to work my way up. I'm very good at what I do. Along the way, I got a divorce. I haven't spent a lot of time with my kids. I'm trying to reverse that at an older age. That's why I tell you to sit down and spend time. That's why I don't focus on what everybody else. Go, live your dreams. I live my dreams. This is exactly where I want to be at this time. But you realize that work isn't everything, all right? And so, no, I'm not rich. I am by myself at 59. I make a good living. And at 59, I hope most of you will be settled and make a good living. It's just me. I have grown kids and 5 grandsons. And so what I decide to put my money to, I can do that. And so that's where it is. I'm sorry this is going long, but I'm trying to answer questions during these pocket dump deconstructions. So this is the spin. I'll get back to that in a few moments. This is the spin because it's a recurring question. This is the Spyderco spin. This is a special version, of course, with the blue Nishijin scales. I always, when I first got this, it just I know it's a Warncliffe blade, but it reminds me of a pizza slice. VG10 steel, 1.8 inches. The total length is just 4.1 inches. It's a small knife. 1.3 ounces. And of course, that Nishijin is a special. You can see Spydercos with black Nishijin or blue Nishijin. And that Nishijin is a special pattern for a special kimono in Japan. It's a rare pattern. And they get these thin thin fibers, glass fibers, and they stitch it into that pattern. Of course, on the back on this small knife, there's a frame lock. It's just easy, even with my fat Michelin Man hands to handle. I really like this nice fancy keychain knife. So I collect a lot of things. That's why I keep threatening to talk about the other things that I collect. Whether it's, you know, cigars, books, coins, whatever. I got lucky because I got fascinated with coins. And just when I get fascinated with something, I go all in. And I bought a lot of silver and a lot of gold. And then you can look back. When I was buying silver, it was at $15 an ounce. And it went all the way up to 50. And I had bought so much. I was so into it. Collecting silver and gold. Gold, when I was buying, was at $7, and it topped out at $1,500, and I started selling. I sold everything. I kept a lot of silver. I sold all my gold. I had platinum and palladium. I didn't even know what palladium was until I started collecting coins. I took that and I started collecting knives because that really got me excited. And that's how I built that big collection of knives. And the collection you've seen that I've trimmed about 4 times, that I'll trim again. But that's how I bought so many knives. Again, I went crazy. I'll continue that story in a minute. This is the, I'm sorry if I'm frustrating you guys, but I want to talk about this because it pops up a lot. This right here is the Spyderco Air, the Gail Bradley Air. It really is funny. I went crazy this morning. I thought about the Air. I don't know what it was. It just popped in my mind when I woke up. And I said, man, did I trim it? That's how crazy I am. I forget sometimes what I sold, what I didn't. And so I went through my cases and I came out and went, ah, I have my Air. This is Gail Bradley. Gail Bradley was the first with Spyderco to use Crucible's M4 steel on a lot of his knives. A lot of them. This is the Air. It is with CPM M4. Of course, Spyderco's using a lot of that now. You have to take care of it. I've noticed I didn't take care of this one that much. And let's see if we can show you some of it. Is it that side? I mean, I haven't cleaned this blade, but I don't know if you can see around the hole. See on the bottom of the hole? There's some black spots. I'm sure there's a way of taking that out, but just a little. I love this. It is so light. Talk about air. I mean, it's got that Wharncliffe blade, 2.6-inch blade. It's only 5.9 inches total. Listen to this. It only weighs 1.3 ounces. I mean, talk about air. Titanium liners. And this, we were talking about the glass fibers on that one for the Nishijin. This is glass fibers as well. But you can kind of feel the pattern. You know, it's not under glass. There, it's all smooth. You can kind of feel it. And again, glass fibers, small as the human hair, weaved into this pattern. Oh man, it's silver and gray. I love this knife. Now you'll notice there is no clip. And so with this knife, I always use it using one of my Chris Reeve sheaths, leather sheaths, and just put it in my pocket. By the way, lately people have been asking me on Instagram, you carry 3 knives? You guys know if you watch earlier, I used to. I don't anymore. I carry 2 knives. This is what I'm carrying. And then I tell you about the knife that got away. And this is the Chubby that I played with this morning and thought about carrying since I just had a small spin to put on my keychain. But I decided against it and start rumbling for my Air. And that's what I did. So, where were we? Money. Oh. So when I trimmed, because I have 5 Pelican cases, that's how I store my knives. 4 Pelican 1550s and one 1600. And my knives, I needed to get another big Pelican case, and I decided instead to finally sell a knife. And that's where the trimming happened, the first one. So if you haven't subscribed and you haven't turned on your notifications, you need to, because a video will pop up with me highlighting the knives that I'm ready to sell at very good prices, and that's how I trim my collection. Okay? And that will happen again. So anyway, I took most of that money when I got it. I started buying knives. I started trimming my knife collection. And in my mind, I keep saying when I retire, I need to learn how to I want to be a photographer. I've got other ideas about photography. So I took some of the money from you guys from the trimming and bought a camera. And then I bought another camera. Then I bought a bunch of lenses. And then I tried another camera. Yeah, folks. All from the trimming. So at some point I'll be selling cameras, right? But I have great cameras. Now I have like a little camera collection. So I just go from one collection to the others. I am not rich. I have a retirement. I'm concerned. If I was rich, I wouldn't be talking about going back to work. I'd be doing 3 videos a day. Okay? Trust me. I need to work. I can't retire early. Although I'm trying to figure out how. So there you have it. The knife that got away, I'm sorry I'm rambling, but I want to answer that question because it's reoccurring. And now I can point people to this video. Is the Chubby. The Spyderco Chubby is a collaboration with Michael Birch. Birch had his Birch Chubbies. And a lot of his knives on the scales had holes in them. Instead of a hole in this titanium scale, Spyderco put carbon fiber to represent the holes. I've seen people who taken out the carbon fiber and made those holes so it looked more like a birch. Super big S30V steel blade, hollow ground, of course, spear point. Only 2.3 inches, but you can see how wide it is. 2 swedges on the side to kind of keep it manageable as far as weight is concerned. The total size is just 6 inches. But man, this weighs 4.1 ounces. And so that's one reason I'm not carrying it. I love that they went out of their way to do like a custom clip for this as well, instead of just a regular Spyderco clips. Chris Reeves, frame lock, integral frame lock, just a nice little knife. I like little knives. This is a handy little EDC knife. Small, but again, a little heavy. Just a real nice knife. I'm not carrying that. I'm going with the little pocket in the sheath with the air. I'll tell you, I really love the air. That's it. Kind of a long pocket dump deconstruction, but since it's a short week, the end of the week before all of you are making it on the roads, please drive safely. I did want to answer that question. I am not rich. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment that's stacked full of boxes of stuff. But I do love to collect. It just keeps my mind off of work. Before YouTube and before my knife collection and my coin collection, people would say, what do you do on your off time? I think about my work time. So, and that's why I tell you, take good care of yourselves. Get a hobby. Do something else. I know you have to make money just like I do. That's the way of the world. Welcome to America. But be happier. And I'm happy talking to you guys as well. You have a perfect day. Hope this didn't turn off a lot of people. Fast forward past all my comments. And I hope it answers your questions as well. Have a perfect day. Hey, take a few minutes during Thanksgiving. Of course, give thanks for everything that you have, but also give a thought or two for the people who aren't as fortunate or who are not having a good day. All right, do that. Send some positive energy out to our community. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.